What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another live stream. Week 7, as today, STLCC faces off HutchCC in Rainbow Six Siege, and STLCC's very own DJ Smith Ace is going to face against EWC in Madden. We're going to start off with some Madden gameplay, and our R6 stream starts sometime around 6:30. So stick around for that and enjoy the live stream.
play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole. He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. That is caught. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on third down. A handoff for Warren. Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had
going on,
his eyes
Bjorn?
on that one being bigger.
How you doing?
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll run it. Warren. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
He'll find Metcalf. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
That's good for a Steelers first down. First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Warren. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Only a yard that time, second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
Throwing is Rodgers. This is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. From 6 yards away. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that makes the score 14 to 7. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
35-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
To throw, it's Williams. There's a short one caught by Loveland. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a first down. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14 to 7. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Apologies if the stream is lagging. I did not know switching to full screen would do that.
Try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Throwing again here, Williams. He rifles complete, caught by Moore. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down.
Bears first down. First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Williams. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown, Bears. Luther Burden from 6 yards away. And the Bears are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Santos with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
Running a jet sweep. This is Austin. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. In motion goes the tight end. From midfield, here's Rodgers. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
That's caught right side. It's Warren. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing
Bruh,
their best
I'm trying to do today's Wordle.
so far.
I don't know what it is.
One conversion on a handful
Oh
of
my
attempts.
God.
One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Also, this is game 3, by the way, everybody. Currently 1-1 between DJ Smith Ace and the EWC's Angry Kratos.
That's number 1. Field goal
Yep.
you take, punts, you really don't want to do that.
Stay tuned. I'll update you guys on my Wordle. Who guesses?
Just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. To the left side, he's got his tight end Loveland. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Operating from the gun, Williams. He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Williams looking to do it himself. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
On 4th down, here's Williams. He'll fire deep, looking for more. That is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point, and now he's getting the ball to start this
After
second
6
half. How about all the
guesses,
offensive reference in the
6 guesses, guys.
Put that all together and come out with
I
some
finally got the Wordle.
I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Just a yard in the pickup there.
What the
to
heck?
Leave him with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll go. Here's Williams. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now run with Warren. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. They had to reach for that one, but can't grab it. It's behind him, and it's incomplete. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. Boswell's kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Williams. A pass caught right side by Loveland. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Now a handoff running through the middle. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Another down on the scoreboard, but the urge to go for it is almost irresistible here on 4th and short. Yeah, I know they're on their own side of the field.
I was going to say.
Normally I would say punt the ball away, but I'm feeling it. I say go for it.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. We couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think as he began this throw, you saw that the area was congested, but he has a lot of confidence in his arm, and he fits that one in there nicely. They pick up the catch. Not much yardage afterwards.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 4. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. There's a short one caught by Loveland. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Komet. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
It went right back to him, but he...
Apologies, everybody. I was wrong.
Yeah, the previous carry
Siege will not be starting at 6:30. Instead, about 30 minutes from now, 7 o'clock, is when we'll start that. You guys are enjoying the Madden gameplay. We are still on game 3, 1-1 between STLCC and EWC.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Now he'll tuck this and run. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Bears are an extra point away from going back on top here in the 4th. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of 23 yards. And the Steelers
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. They'll take this to the 46.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. On the run, it's Warren. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. from the gun. Here's a run by Gainwell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. On play action, Rodgers. A short one there to Freiermuth. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. The towels are waving. Steeler fans on their feet. It's 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Moore. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
Chris Boswell on for the field goal. A 34-yard attempt.
Boswell's kick is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on,
Dude, no.
exactly right.
Oh my God, that guy just broke my ankle.
And he's going to take it all the way.
Is that you? Oh, DJ Smith ace! My go.
They had just relinquished the lead on the field goal. Ensuing kickoff, they get that lead right back.
So does this come under the heading of you can't keep a good team down?
There you go. That works.
I'm with you on that one. Juice to be able to.
All right, guys, just close your eyes after that.
Not down at all. No heads down after giving up the lead and coming right back at them. And a special team score, that's like gold in a coach's manual.
And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid game to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. To throw is Rodgers. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Here comes 2nd down. Now Rodgers. Now he's going to step up and run. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout. Back to throw, Rodgers.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Back to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Work to do here with a crowd at fever pitch. 3rd and 9. And he comes back with one complete. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal.
The kick is good. Makes the score Steelers 30, Bears 27. Chris
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. This is 1st and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
Jay's celebrating. Something good just happened.
Here's 1st down.
Oh, dang, he's hella close. Wait, I don't think I can say that. He's hecka close.
He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Maybe some temptation here to try to go for the win, but I think you got to kick the field goal.
I agree totally. When you look at the time left on the clock, that's not a spot where you take the gamble. Go ahead and kick the field goal here and take it.
Let's get it, DJ.
So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Bears take over 1st and 10.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. He'll look middle here and get it to Odunze. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. From the gun, here's Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
So here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield, go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Oh, it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Steelers are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. One team squandered opportunity. It's another team's chance to win this thing. They forced that clutch turnover, and now all they need is a field goal here to win this ball game.
Could not be set up much better, could they? A takeaway on defense. Now it's up to that offense to find a way to put themselves in position for the game-winning points. Touchdown, field goal, they don't care. Just find a way to win it.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a third and about 4 more for first.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
A gain of 6. And the Steelers first down.
What can Rodgers
Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10. Now here's DeAndre Swift on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's good for the Bears. First down. A gain of 12.
Williams on the play action. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. And it sets up second down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
Finds him over the middle. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards in the double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up. And partner, I think we just got to look at what's going to be one of their biggest challenges in this one, operating quick enough to neutralize that pass rush.
That's right, and I know it's very, very early, obviously the opening drive, but hits like that compound. That's why defenses stress it each and every week to get after the quarterback, because hits like that can have an effect throughout.
All right, Steelers to the line now. First and 10. All running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. That was Montez Sweat who took him down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Can lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Need a better result than that last run. It's second and 8. Complete to DK Metcalf. He's going to be brought down right at the 35. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down. They're set up at the 35 now.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now we give to Warren, coming right. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
From the shotgun, here's Rodgers. Buys time, rolling right. Gets it downfield, on target to Metcalf. He's going to have this down at the 42-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Warren running between the tackles. And he's charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Working out of the gun. Here's Rodgers. And it looks great flying through the air, Brock, but problems on the business end as it falls to the ground. Third down coming up.
Third down and 6 yards to go.
They'll air it out on third. Escapes the pocket. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. Tyreek Stevenson has it. And the Bears take over after forcing the first turnover of this ballgame. Not the auspicious debut they'd certainly hoped for on that opening drive. The coverage impressive, taking their first possession away with that interception.
Hey, it is tough to play a clean game in this league. Caliber defenders are awesome. You just hope that eventual missteps happen at a less meaningful moment than your opening series. You don't want to make it any harder to get your rhythm and get your passing game going.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
He finds his running back deep down the left side. And he's stopped as he gets this one down to the 27-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
And he's taken down, so that's how our first quarter's going to end. So a little momentum boost there for the defense. We've finished one quarter in what's still a scoreless game. Hopefully no shortage of excitement coming up in the second. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. We're back and all set for the second quarter. Bears football. They have second and pretty long here. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. It's incomplete. Brings up third down.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't. You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
The Bears decide to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. So on 4th down, out is Cairo Santos for the Bears field goal. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. Has the distance, but headed well left. No good. And we continue to await our opening score of this ball game.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
They'll start the drive with Warren. A lot of space ahead. He will not score, but that does set him up, Rob, with first and goal, less than a yard away from the end zone.
A lot of times we will see defenses get so overcommitted to defending that inside run, vulnerable to the outside toss. And that's when things open up, and you can reset those downs.
This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Warren goes up and over for the touchdown. The Steelers get the game's first points here in the second. Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Now Boswell on to send this away. Josh Blackwell to return it. He's got a lane up past the 30. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Bears with some nice field position as they get set, first and 10. They're going to run here, Kyle Manungai. And he's going to take this down to the opposing 44. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down, here's Swift. Makes a cut to the right sideline. And he is finally sent out of bounds, but not until he gets it all the way down to the red zone. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with first and goal.
First down. First and goal. Chicago.
With power with a big tight end. And he's in for the touchdown. The Bears start to fight back with their first points of this game. Okay, we see this on occasion, but not that often, Brock. A rushing touchdown from the tight end spot.
Yeah, and that's exactly why you call it, right? Because you're not always expecting, especially from a tight end. And for that defense, it's hard to ever anticipate the tight end getting a carry, and you have a limited window to react. Defense doesn't get it done. Touchdown for the offense.
Extra point is good by Santos. And the Bears tie this game 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's first and 10. They'll start on the ground here with Warren. And he stopped after picking up 9, so they're set up well here with second and 1. Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down.
Brings up second and 1.
They'll go again with Warren. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down.
The Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 37.
It's the 2-minute warning now from Acrisure. And it's the Steelers with first and 10. Markers reset, ball at the 37. First down, here's Rogers. Short pass brought in. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And that's the Steelers' first down. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Here's Rogers on first and 10. This is Metcalf working that right side. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
On second down, Warren. They're working a couple yards past the line. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. Steelers working with a sense of urgency from the hurry-up clock, continuing to run. Now Rogers on his third and short. It's caught right side by Fryermuth. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. So a new set of downs. Here we go, first and 10.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Trying an inside give to Warren. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Tyreek Stevenson getting up to track that one down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So now it's going to be third and long.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Rogers going to throw here, third down. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down. Here comes Chris Boswell in the Steelers field goal unit. It's on the right hand for this 39-yarder. Boswell able to knock it through. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
That's tremendous execution right there. Really using every bit of time they had left in a methodical drive, paying off with points. And remember, they'll get the ball to start the second half as well.
He's got the squibber. He's us all down on what is the final play of our first half. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Santos has it all teed up and ready to send this away. Kenneth Gainwell now to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. All right, Steelers to the line now. 1st and 10. Run for more here to start the 3rd. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock, who got to have short memories. You tell me these two defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Billy already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse and sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on and on.
He was defended by Tyreek Stevenson.
Brings it in at the 12. And he spins right by him. And he found some space to do a little damage there before they bottle him up. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Here's Swift to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
You want to see the term read and react to the little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Williams from the gun. Hits his target. That's DJ Moore. And he's right up next to that 1st down. Doesn't quite get there. Gain of 9. That brings up 3rd and short.
It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
They'll run it with Manunga. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
1st down.
Williams off the play fake. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So it's 2nd down coming up. To the ground, it's Manunga. He's foray up the middle, that's about 3. Darius Slay with the stop.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big deal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd down, here's Williams. Kometska left side. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
At the 48-yard line.
Manunga gets it off the zone read. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's good for a Bears 1st down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
On play action, here's Williams. And this throw is knocked away, incomplete.
This defense, Yeah, this defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Williams throwing again here on second down. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Well, the defense is really buckled down. That was a scoreless third quarter for us. The Bears have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. They go with Manunga here. He stopped just before he can move those chains. That brings up 4th and short.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 4th down and 1.
Would have been about a 50-yard attempt on the field goal. The offense staying out there to go for this. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And the defense escapes. And a nice drive going, but the defense gets off the field by forcing that turnover on downs.
That play is a go-to so many times in this down and distances. But defenses, well, they can expect it too. And look at the defensive line, man, were they ever ready for it? Tremendous push inside and kept them from reaching the chains.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 7.
It's coming for Rodgers. Left side, caught by Metcalf. 30! Keeps on moving into the red zone. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers make it a 9-point advantage. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. Point after up and good from Boswell. And the Steelers make it a 10-point ball game.
17. Bears 7.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Blackwell now to return it. Good work so far. He's got room. That's some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. Undyne with it. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Out of the gun, here's Williams. Secured by Burden on the slant. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Working from the gun, Williams. That one's nabbed by Komet. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. That one goes for 25 yards. And that's a Chicago 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37.
1st down, Chicago.
Now it's Manunga. His progress is soft, but a nice 5-yard gain before it was.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain. Not a game-changing play by any means.
What's up, OW Razor? Thanks for bopping out. Currently on game 2 This best of 3. It was not a best of 5. Apologies for earlier misinformation. Is what I love spreading. These Madden games take forever. If EWC does take this map though, that'll conclude the best of 3, 0 and 2. But DJ Smith Ace is holding off. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be starting R6 soon.
On play action, Williams. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
That's good for a Bears first down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Bears.
Williams on the play action. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet.
Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see it throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
14.
We're down inside the final 90 seconds as they line up for the all-important onside kick. And this is recovered by the Steeler hands team. And he's officially in enemy territory now, and they're going to give him the opposing 49. Pittsburgh offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll hand it off to Warren. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
The Bears decide to call their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this 2nd down. Warren once more. And they make the play at the 39 just before he can pick up that first down. Timeout Chicago. It uses its 2nd. And they'll have just one left to burn now.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
And it's going to be a win for the Steelers. He gets them the first, and they can run this clock out.
That's a BYOB. You got to be your own blocker. It would have taken the entire defense piling on to stop him from getting that first down. Well done.
With the win in hand, they'll take the knee, let this clock run out. So make a check in the win column for the Steelers. And finally,
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to STLCC Archers Rainbow Six Siege.
I am your co-host, Hayden, here with...
Will, aka LUXE.
And we will be covering tonight's game versus Hutch Community College.
Looks like we're in our first band phase on Chalet.
I believe we are...
Teams weren't named, but it looks like your Archers will start this map on defense.
We are orange for everybody.
For the viewer at home, yes, Siege decides to go with blue and orange for team colors. Technically changeable in the settings to blue and red.
So we got a Bandit, Rook, Malaysia, Castle, okay, Frost, Thunderbird. So they don't really have any hard breach right now, but I'm sure they will. You know how they would have stopped that. So we're defending upstairs from Master's office. We'll see what happens if we get this drum.
Since you seem to be a higher range player, can you sort of explain what's going on here?
As many bombs
Yes.
as they can.
Razor wire in position. Benji deployed. When welcome. Ready for company. Kona station in place.
They actually didn't switch their operator. They're going with a Blitz tomorrow. I imagine something quick. Hopefully, if there is, STLCC is ready for that. Comment plays, obviously.
Healing station in position.
They're hashing.
For a bit of a rush gameplay.
Mar was already dead. This is good. Followed by 2 quick kills on our side. Rook and Castle gone. This area. Which trade? Still alive.
Looks like Char will drop one.
Boosting adrenaline.
Even
Even,
pushing Master Hall. Here's to the left. You can see the guy prone, but still gets him. May not know Charlie's right there. Oh, still finds him though.
I think it will
Good
find
shot.
2 walking into sight. We'll go ahead and try and get the diffuser down. Uncontested.
We have our Frost. Good shot,
Frost
Frost.
to get one. Frost will
Unlucky. That was already being.
Frost will unfortunately not get the pick, and Hutch will take round 1 on Chalet.
All right. All
All right, everybody, we're experiencing some technical difficulties. We'll be right back.
Welcome back for round 2 of Chalet STLCC versus Hutch Community College. Thanks for getting our cameras figured out.
We have a visual roaming library side right off the bat. As standard kind of operator, kind of try to hold sight on Hutch side. Ash, Callie might be an issue. There is a giant platform stand Callie can stand on with a big master window. The Cali City. Go.
Looks like red will find one. Pink goes down. You heard they've smoking off top library hall. Trying to get a better sight line, hopefully. Or trying to force the thing off. Not looking good for the archers this round. One left. Will go down to Glass. So you want to go ahead and explain kind of what the thought process there was behind on our defense?
Well, it looked like the Azami and the Vigil, they kind of just pushed. They had a lot of windows. As you can see, the Vigil died to the person who pushed out K9 into top fireplace. We had a lot of zombies there. We tried to hold there, but we unfortunately were not able to. They had a Cali big window. What that does is it cuts off rotates, right? Because we are trying to move around, and they were stopping us. Hence the point of that Cali on there. But now we are on basement. Basement is a little different. There's no windows, so we can't rappel on the wall, but there are a lot of walls to be through. So we run the Bandit, Mute, Denari for the setup with the Dock and a Rook standard. We can already see HutchCC switching to a more basement looking setup with a Thatcher, a Buck, and a Ying.
So for those not Siege currently inclined, do you want to explain the new operator Denari from this season?
Yeah. Denari is a trap operator. Trap pretty self-explanatory. He puts down little laser wires. Maybe we can see him setting it up right here. When they connect like that, they will create these little lines, very solid, opaque lines. And if you walk through it and you're an attacker, it will damage you and slow you. Luckily, he didn't destroy it. I thought he did right there. He's opening the walls. So let's see what the attack is already pushing in. We have a Buck pushing in on Boiler Room.
Looks like Buck will end up downing Char.
The wall, unfortunately, soft, allowing that Buck to open that up. You have Ash opening up Garage Wall with a heavy Wine Cellar push. An unlucky blue push. Denari in the back. Ash pushing in. And HutchCC take round 3. A lot of those soft walls, you saw that Buck get that initial kill on the, I believe, Castle or Mute, I believe it was. The soft wall made that a lot easier for Buck. And now we are on round 4. So 3-0 to HutchCC. We are now banning once again. After 3 rounds, we banned before. So we will see who we decide to take out. Rook and Ash. Pretty standard bans. Both sides support a lot of utility on Ash taken away. So now we are back. Looks like STLCC is going for the master bedroom hold once again. They tried it twice. Azami, Castle, Dock, Legion. So a lot of trap operators, a lot of entry denial with that Azami and that Legion and that Castle. And we will see what HutchCC decide to do in drone phase when they see the setup.
Fair enough. CT1217 asked, do we play best of 5? I believe it is actually best of 3 for the regular season, according to the NJCAAE rulebook.
I believe so too. This game, I believe we are in a best of 3 as of right now. Our standard matches, regular season matches. Legion will get that first drone.
Wasted almost a little too much ammo on it, though. Every bullet counts, correct?
Every bullet counts, correct. Correct, Will. Hopefully he'll have enough to get those headshots this round, because they will need those headshots.
And it looks like Hutch has decided to switch up their operators to try and take a slightly more aggressive push, switching back to the Amaru from round 1.
We also see a Dokkaebi and a Lion. I mean, that's a lot of movement denial, a lot of sound. It's going to be pretty annoying if things get cramped to have that Lion going.
Looks like they're playing for the intel.
We're already getting a trophy push right under. But Amaru was found out from the hatch by...
From DJ Smith, will take out the Amaru.
And he gets away.
Zofia can't quite get any damage into the castle. The well-timed frag grenade can't quite connect. No damage.
Still could be caught by a Legion. Legion swinging his solar aim stairs. Will he find the Finka?
He will.
Good shot, VR Thief.
They are taking down the Finka. There's their support.
As Dokkaebi pushes in Piano to capture this gap. But we are quickly coming back. Good shot, VR Thief.
Double swung. Zofia will find one. STLCC have the man advantage. They take down one more. Last one remaining is Lion.
You see Lion looking for something, trying not to be too aggressive and baiting, trying to get a shot if he can. If he can reduce the number count to a 1v2, it might be a lot more manageable. But as we can see by that little flashing light, he is on camera. They do know where he is, and they do know he's outside.
They'll have to make something happen here.
As they
No
have
diffuser.
They have diffuser. That's right. They have diffuser in Piano. This makes things a lot more difficult for this line.
Lion trying to make noise to taking out the camera. STLCC should know where he is.
He's in the library hallway.
Yes. Looks like they know of his position.
We have actually a flank coming around, though. As
Lion will find
captures
one.
Is
Lion
now
finds
a
two.
1v1.
Looks like STLCC is sort of just throwing bodies at him. Not really thinking about it.
No. A lot of ones, a lot of 1v1s. I mean, that was just reduced down to a 1v1. Now it's a 1v1 off 2 ones.
Lion knows of his location. Lion's going to have to push for the taking a 1. Not necessarily the idea. Lion will ideally get diffuser here.
Unlucky, Lion takes that.
Clutches the 1v3.
And HutchCC take the 4th round of the game, 4-0 HutchCC. But that was a good round. That was a close round. That was very winnable. So we could perhaps see a little bit of a tide switch here in these next couple rounds.
CT saying should be best of 6 or 7 maps. Not sure how to feel about this one.
That'll be a long game, CT.
That would be rough. Most playoff grand finals are a best of 7. Unfortunately, best of 6 just doesn't work out.
That is true. It's not an odd number.
Correct.
Oh. Best of 7, though. It could be possible.
Can't end a series in a tie. Would be interesting to see, I will say.
No, that would. That would be interesting. So we have a Malusi, Thunderbird, Frost, Zami Castle. Similar setup we see in a Zami Castle game. We've seen a lot of Malusi this game already. But the Thunderbird, relatively new. I think that we saw one earlier this game, operated by Charlie, actually, that time, round 1. And a Frost. Hopefully trying to catch someone jumping in, unaware of the Frost map below them. We can see HutchCC not opting for a lot of hard breach. Choosing more for just an aggressive gunfighting squad with a Ying, Capitao, perhaps, and a Nook, too. We're gonna have to look out for that. That Nook, can go invisible. So those cameras you saw last round that Lion shot out that was flashing, you can actually hide from those. It can create a lot of, lurking, you could say. So as we match will begin, the round will begin. The STLCC still setting up, going down some barbed wire in the office on the solarium side, piano hallway side. HutchCC pushing in from a garage, trying to start it just all the way up with the Ying already up into fireplace. This is kind of aggressive, kind of bold. Droning out library side as we speak, probably droning for this Ying, this Finka. The Ying just keeps pushing up, and the Azami is completely unaware. But she misses the shots. Oh, but the Azami turns her back. Good refrag, VR Thief. Good shot. Then they have the Fuser. That was a huge misplay on that Ying to push up like that with the Fuser by herself.
Looks like they're going to try and aim for site control, but they're coming bottom up into a very anti-roam sort of setup here in Lucy and Frost. We might have a fight from VRT. Looks like they're going for all LMG setup.
Good.
VR will take a second.
And that is the Capitao and the Ying gone, and the Diffuser likely still there. They are droning, trying to find anything, but unfortunately this Diffuser is in a really bad spot. As you can see, that bulletproof camera is watching that library hallway, and we have another swinging in, this buck right here. Sees the bulletproof, knows they know where he is. Unfortunately, he will take out the Malusi, but he will lose a lot of health in the process. Now it is down to a 3v3.
Will gain some of that health back from the Finka stem. Looking to flash in a piano.
Flash does not land. Will Buck swing out?
Buck will swing and take the L.
Good shot. Castle, DJ.
STLCC has been in this situation before.
And as you can see, he's getting those heals from those Thunderbirds. They sit on the ground. That thing he just pinged right there. It will heal you when you walk by it. It has a little cooldown, but really good operator in times like this. This Frost could really use one, but she may not be able to
Frost
get there in
out.
time. Finka pushes up, catches one.
Starts her down.
Chino just
Frost will
holding
lose.
the pre-fire. Look at that LMG go. And now all of a sudden it is a 1v2. It is all on DJ.
DJ knows. The
Finka
pre-fire
knows.
gets
Finka's
damage
taking
in.
a little bit of damage.
Finka will throw a grenade.
Unlucky
the wall.
wall bang.
Unfortunate.
Unlucky wall bang.
Just an unfortunate situation to be in. Playing against an almost all light machine gun comp. Looks like we're going for the bullet spam.
The Finka pushed in and just held left trigger and just shot straight through the piano into sight.
It was very interesting looking at Hutch that round. It seemed like they just threw bodies through the hallway, knowing that they might get something. Considering they ran 4 LMGs, it looks like we're running another 5 LMGs here.
Well, it looks like they found their way to play. They want to just keep shooting. Throwing a lot of bodies. Maybe they will change that this round, and maybe STLCC can keep up that refrag and keep up what we saw last round with the initial kill being immediately traded out. So we have a lot of traps once again with the Legion and the Malusi. However, we bring a Warden this time, first time this game, and an Echo. Warden being that that Ying right there. This is likely a response to that Ying. He doesn't get flashed. He can also see through smokes. So when that Ying throws and flashes everything and her gadget and ability, Warden will be good as long as he has ability activated. Got that plant denial with Echo. Going for seemingly a very heavy sight hold operators. A lot of operators that will stay here and fight here as opposed to leaving sight. But we will see how STLCC decides to play this in round 6. So far, no round wins on the board for STLCC, as all 5 have gone to Hutch, but that could change this round. The last 2 rounds have been very close, and it seems like each round is just narrowly slipping away from STLCC. So a small garage push coming in here from the gridlock. We're immediately opening up that soft wall. We saw what happened earlier in the game with that soft wall. See someone just barely. You have one sitting pillar, though. Oh, unfortunately, the Melusi gets captured, but she might swing into this Thunderbird. Lucky shots. As the Thunderbird rotates out to safety. As the Legion takes one. Good shot, VR Thief. And now we are back to a 4v4. A lot of damage taken, but still. As the pillar Thunderbird is found by the Capitao. Capitao just keeps pushing in. Finds the guy blue. And now we have total control of Wine Cellar. All up to Red Scar on the Warden. Seems to be unaware. They really could be anywhere at this point. It is a 4v1. As the Capitao sees where he is. Unlucky. And round 6 will go to HutchCC. Very dominant round by HutchCC. Pushing straight in through Wine Cell. As you see, Gridlock got that opening kill onto the pillar. Got refragged, and Capitao kept pushing in. Got the kill on blue. And then went back pillar and got the guy holding file cabinets behind the bomb. Really aggressive style coming out from HutchCC. We see a lot of ones. We see a lot of people pushing into sites. Just walking in. We saw the Finka last round with that ending kill. Walking into sight and taking it. A lot of aggression. Hopefully STLCC can hold it down this round, as it is match point. So one more loss and it is game 1 to HutchCC. Going with the Cade and Cali ban. And side switch as well, I have forgotten to mention. So can't wait to play Rivals. Well, we're playing Siege right now. And we are on a comeback. Comeback always starts with one round. All it takes is one round. We will get it going. STLCC on the attack now. Not warmed up. And a difficult start to a half. 0-6. You are not warmed up on the side. Attack obviously plays very differently than defense, as you have to set the pace now. As we saw HutchCC set an aggressive pace, we will see what kind of pace STLCC plays with. We have an Ella, Melusi, Rook, Tubarão, and Bandit on the basement stairs. That Rook and the Tubarão and Bandit probably going to try to either hold hatches or just hold the garage wall entirely. Hoping that if they can hold the garage wall and keep it from getting breached, they can just hold the Wine Cellar with their own gun skills. We have a switch to a Monty and a Ram. Looks like STLCC is trying to get Vert and use that Monty as a quick entry to play behind. Trying to, once again, take the fight to them. And get that aggressive shield in the game. This is actually the first shield I believe we've seen this game, if I'm not mistaken. But actually they open up. They're going for a run out. This is insane. Will he Does he know? Does Melusi know? No. Unlucky. Melusi takes a lot of damage, but she is still alive. I know, STLCC wish they had that free kill. However, this is a bit more interesting. They're going for this open garage with this Melusi holding it. Bandit playing upstairs. This is a strong roam. A very, very strong roam. And do STLCC know? Okay, the shield is in. They do know the Tubarão, but the Tubarão finds one. But he gets taken out by the Ram. Good shot, VR Thief. And is now a 4v4. Melusi is fighting the Buck outside. However, there is a lot action going on upstairs. As we can see, a lot of Vert being taken by this Ram, opening up all this floor, removing defenders from a lot of space to go as Ram drops right in. Oh, looks away at the last second. However, where is this Bandit? Do they know about this Bandit? That is the big question. The shield falls, 3v3. With the rook down. It is now a 1v2 unless he can get his teammate revived. And they both are revived. There's Red Scar. No, there's another one. No. And it's all up to Buck Char outside the breach. It is a 1v3. Everybody is low. And that is a crazy drop from Malusi. And then another one. I hesitate to believe that they're... Will he switch and just swing back in? Good shot, Buck. That's first
We're on the
round taken.
board!
We're on the board! Let's go, boys. Good shot. That is now 1-6. STLCC.
What's up, guys? It's Eric from earlier. Luke switched out with me. Or I switched out with Luke. Chilling in there with Aiden. Currently 6-1. We're on the board.
We are on the board, and that was a great round from STLCC. We saw a lot of Vert. We started with that Vert, as you saw, that Subaru getting that opening trade. I was worried that they would just hit sight, but they didn't. And the Bandit, unlucky for the Bandit, did not really find much of anything on that flank. Man, but we have 5 more to go, so STLCC really has to put in a lot of work if they want to have any chance of taking this game home. We see in a Jaeger, Tuberau, Rook, and a Rooney setup. Ooh, on the Bar Gaming site. How interesting. A Rooney on the dining side door. Rook looking around, not really sure what he's even looking for. And this looks like this Tuber is going for a spawn peek. This is huge. If STLCC do not know about this, and they have a lot of people spawning cliffside, that is exactly where he was looking. This could be game defining. This really is a big deal. He catches anyone rocking up on that rock. Does this ram? No. Unlucky. And there's another one walking up, but they seemingly dodged the Tuberau's sights. Unlucky 4v5 to start off over the round match point. How will STLCC respond? Already down a man. Let me find another kill on the STLCC. 5v3. Seemingly unaware of where that even came from as the Iana is scanning around with her hollow. We see HutchCC really going for, again, just this aggression, trying to find people. They're trying to fight people outside, taking the fight to STLCC. As they seem to be very split up, as we can see the Iana pushing in through lower garage. And we just saw this Jaeger here, actually, as Finka takes a fight on this balcony. And Tuberau pushes up as well. Does he know where she is? He breaks the barricade once. Is he going to run out? And that is Finka down. It is now 5v2. It is looking pretty grim for STLCC. But the Iana is pushing up. If she could find a couple kills, that could be good. At this point, HutchCC is just running outside. Oh, but this Ella is right next to the Hibana. Will we see an exchange? This Tuberau already knows where she is. And he's just holding this down. The Ella drops. Still alive. What a crazy exchange. But the Hibana does get the kill at the cost of most of her health. As we see Iana find a kill herself. Flanking around. What a great flank from this Iana. Laying around. Impact EMP. One drops right on him, but he finds it. Shoots the body and gets out of there. It is at 1v2 now as the Hibana falls. So low on HP. Shoots the stick with the pistol. Oh, and reloads at the worst time. Unlucky. And that is game 1 going to HutchCC.
Alrighty, everybody, stay tuned. We'll be right back. for game 2. And we are back. Welcome back to game 2 as of STLCC versus HutchCC. HutchCC taking game 1, currently 1-0 in this best of 3. We saw last round in game 1, HutchCC almost threw that, moving it down to a 3v2, pushing STLCC very aggressively, but HutchCC still came out on top. Let's see if that changes. For
A
game
lot
2.
of close rounds, man.
Yeah.
A lot of close rounds. I feel like if STLCC can find their shot, I really think we have this one. A lot of rounds decided by just misses.
Yeah.
And if we can get that under control, we can hit our win our ones. I mean, I really do think we can take this game home and maybe even the entire match. So we'll see. We ban a Cade and Mira on defense, and STLCC is starting defense again with a Blackbeard and Ace ban for the attack. Pretty standard bans that Cade and Mira is going to prove really useful if HutchCC decide to bring a lot of hard reach. But as we saw with the last game, they didn't do a lot of hard reaching. There was a lot of just walking in the building and taking gunfights. We didn't see a lot of thermites or Hibanas or Aces from HutchCC last game. Maybe this game will be different. We will hop.
Oh, click on the game. Click on the game. There you go.
Thank you. And the Tachanka, this is interesting. I am curious if there's any reason for this. Do they have any plans on what to fire off? Cross sees a drone, and there it goes. That is intel denied from HutchCC. And Goyo setting up. That is a very nice Goyo. I really like that Goyo, actually. I really like that Goyo a lot. Goyo sees the drone, takes it out. That is 2 drones down from HutchCC so far. However, we only have 2 reinforcements on STLCC used. 3 now with that hatch. There's a lot of soft walls.
Think they won't try the floor?
Capkin setting up. Got some barbed wire up on east. A Malusi on office door. With the zombie playing in offices currently. They bring a shield this round. The Monty, that is big. Looks like they were going to try to push into archives immediately with this glass and the smoke and the seeing. As Goyo falls, I mean, this is just a classic border archives take. There is no warden. There is no way to stop this. Even that Goyo fire does not get in the corner. We have Monty going to put the shield on his back and quickly go for a plant. And this round is already looking in HutchCC's favor. How are STLCC responding? The Tachanka fire does not come out. It's likely completely unaware that they were even planting, as it is a 5v3 now with the Dokkaebi on alert. Zombie fighting offices as the Tachanka and Malusi are trying to find something. But there is nothing. Glass dies to the fire thanks to a lot of those bullets from Tachanka. Dokkaebi pushes in. Will she find the good shot? Tachanka. Just the Monty, though. A zombie falls. To this Ying, roaming around in offices. Another one. But there is just not enough time. Once it passes 7 seconds, the round is automatically lost. This round will go to HutchCC. Good first round on everyone's sides. That was a great take from HutchCC. To just hit sight with that Ying, that Glaz, and that Monty, and just smoke it, plant it off. You found that opening kill on that Goyo. I mean, that Goyo had nothing. He probably couldn't even see the Glaz. And we will go into round 2. Ying again. With a Monty again. And they're going for an archives hold once again. Let's see what they do differently.
You want that?
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
We have another casting switch out
Bomb located by attackers.
for Dev. We have Dev here, everybody.
Hello guys, hello. Be helping Hayden cast the STLCC game. We're getting into it.
So kind of a difficult first round for STLCC.
Yes. I was like definitely bringing the pressure. I was like not bringing the intensity that they need to kind of, keep this series even. We're going into 0-1 right now, but it's only round 2 of the second game. So, still plenty of time.
Plenty of time to come back and make a change.
Plenty of time.
But this team is aggressive. I mean, you saw it last game. They just hit sight. They do not care. If they feel like they can, they will take it.
They will come in, and I was like, if they are not reinforcing those soft walls, it is going to cost them dramatically. I was like, we've seen it a little bit here that it's Chanko or like Ash, trying to open up those walls, create those angles, but just not going in STLCC's favor.
But it looks like this Capkin somehow heard you and decided to reinforce.
Starts reinforcing
the walls.
Hey.
But we have a completely different switch. HutchCC going for the thermite. Ooh. There is no hard reach now. We do not have a bandit or a mute or anything. Ooh. This Chanka tries to stop them. Will he actually be able to get out of here? He does survive.
Coming in.
Being immediately goes and pushes straight through. Does he know the Tachanka?
Oh, a bunch of exchanges going on here. It is now 3v2. STLCC down 1.
Tachanka still in sight, and this Montaigne is stuck in this corner.
Diffuser is not down yet, so that means that there is still time for STLCC to make a comeback.
They know that Tachanka is... Aruni finds to us. Tachanka gets knocked down. Is now a 1v2 all up to the Aruni that Montaigne pushed him perfectly.
Oh, Diffuser is going down by the looks of it. Let's see. Is it going to plant? Oh,
unlucky.
Yes, that is going to be a wrap for that round.
That is.
It's like we seen that they got in sight very quickly, just cut off those angles for STLCC to try to get in there, stop them from being able to, make those plays, and initially just held down sight, got the plant in, and we see how that round turned out.
It was unfortunate. That was the first time I think I've seen this game them even use hard reach charges like that.
I was like, the way they opened up the walls and they opened up the window as well. I was like coming in, using the grapple. I was like distracting the Tachanka, trying to hold that wall and then sneaking those people in. I was like from doors. I was like, it was definitely a little intimidating, a little scary.
It was a little scary. I mean, they got it open right away. Tachanka was stuck behind that little wall. Luckily, he got out, but he had nowhere to go. He decided to stay on that little window plays.
Window play, yeah. And then on top of it, I was like, we saw early on those 2 picks came in, and then for STL, yeah, against STLCC, causing them to be down, and then again putting Tachanka in that unfortunate position, not having a teammate, no backup, no support. So we're gonna see how it goes this time. It seems that they are now, it's like we're gonna be in bathrooms defending.
Decided maybe the upstairs is not the way to go and wanted to try their luck downstairs instead. No bulletproof camera for this Legion, instead opting for observation blockers.
Trying to, I guess, cut off sights from those drones, thinking that maybe, if they stop them, from seeing their positioning, maybe that they can get some type of comeback going, some type of action. I mean, I agree with the
some
play.
type of kills, something.
I'm like, if you take away your opponent's eyes, you really can't see. And, that's free shots for you, free shots for the team. So we're going to see how this goes. We're going to see if the observation blockers come in clutch, as they say.
Well, I hope they do. It is now 0-2. First 2 rounds gone to Hutch. And can we see if STLCC can find something?
Teams Hutch taking their time right now, not necessarily coming in. Oh, we have a few shots fired.
The Lion already outside with the Ram upstairs already. They just hit side. They likely
Already
a
2
5.
picks from Hutch.
A lot of vert. As we were hitting from the workshop side, this Ash likely just running straight in.
Directly in sight, but hey, STLCC gets that pick. You cannot be running into sight like that, regardless on which operator you're playing. Only takes 1 headshot, and your game is over.
That is true. And is now a 4v2. As we can see, Captain's really low. Lion hops in. Knows probably where Captain is, whereabouts Captain falls. All up to the Rook, who is stuck in bathroom.
Diffuser is
Here's the
going
plank
down.
And that isn't.
That is it. That is the round. Unfortunate position. I was like, again, for the Capcan, being smushed in between the bookshelf and the bomb itself.
You don't have a lot of places to go.
Right. And I was like, when the Lion hopped in, it was just bad positioning. Couldn't get out of anywhere. So.
No. I think that it seemed like there was already someone shooting at the Captain by the time he even got in there. It was likely the hole from the workshop that the Ash opened. I think there was someone already there. So.
And again, not watching those soft walls, and we said it earlier, that is gonna cost you. I was like, allowing those angles to be opened up, it is not gonna benefit your team. We see a Malusi and the Ram ban. Pretty good. I'm guessing for the situation.
The Ram is a good ban. The Malusi ban's a bit
questionable.
There's better operators you could take away, but maybe they just don't. I mean, they push sight really hard, so maybe they just. You know what I'm saying?
They're not feeling the Malusi.
Nah.
I completely don't understand the Ram stopping them from opening up that top above them, depending on where they're gonna go. I think we're gonna see another bottom site, maybe first floor.
Seemed like they might have done it a little better than the top floor.
Right.
This bathroom tellers hold.
I felt like they definitely did have a stronger hold until things got opened up. We do see them again going first floor tellers.
We should have a visual on VR Thief. He unfortunately does not get the armor. He'll probably go get the hatch straight away. We're doing some roaming. We're probably going to try to fight the people upstairs if there are. This fuse probably going to go upstairs.
I do like the roaming aspect of this. If we can get somebody up top and stop them from coming in, or eliminate as many operators coming in from the top to get the drop on STLCC, then that is going to be as beneficial as possible. As we also see Vigil sealing off these hatches, maybe an Amaru player or anything like that, trying to stop, any big openings coming in, allowing Hutch to drop in on them and, get any unfortunate picks.
Yeah. I mean, that's a great exactly what Vigil, if Vigil had an ideal round, I'd imagine would look like that. Stopping any of this extra play from HutchCC from happening and really just kind of being a thorn in their side, stopping them from, taking control of the map, as we saw.
Oh, and an early pick from Hutch coming in. Dokubi killing.
I did not even see how that happened.
Yeah, that was so quick. I didn't even see her get in. I didn't hear anything. No shots.
Dokubi's already trying to. They're just going insane. They're running straight in. The Bandit reinforcing. But the Bandit finally kills a 4v4 shooting bodies.
Nice.
Good shot, Bandit.
We are now even in this exchange. It is a 4v4. We're gonna see who can capitalize here, and it seems like Hutch does. They pull forward by 1. It's now a 4v3. We're going to see where this goes from here.
This Vigil is behind them. Does he know where they are? Can he get to them in time to stop this?
Another pick from Hutch. It has now turned it into a 4v2 situation.
On site, and now
4v1.
Up to the Vigil. He sees the buck cross. And they find him workshop. He's not on site. He has to be somewhere.
Especially a Vigil in that 1v4 position. I was definitely one of the weaker operators, compared to a Cav or Rook or bandit anybody, you know. Definitely going to be on the weaker side, so it's going to definitely be hard to, you know, try to pull anything out of that. We did see a good effort out of that, you know, got the buck low, and I was like, I couldn't see who that operator else was, but we did see him hit her as well. So good shots, just have to make sure, you know, we have support, have to keep our teammates alive. Maybe have to swing that a little bit earlier.
We just have to be ready for that aggression. I mean, I don't know how that Dokkaebi, you know, got all the way into workshop and knifed the rook or whoever that was. When people sprint, it's very loud.
And you can hear the gear, you know,
they're running. Yeah.
Clink, 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 clink.
So I don't know how the Dokkaebi got in and knifed them, but maybe they were checking cams.
It is an unfortunate situation. Like I said, we're hoping STLCC, you know, that's why we want to make sure hatches are barricaded. You know, we see now that Tachanka pulling out motion sensors, so hopefully those will come in useful this round.
That's true. We got those. We got a lot more traps with the Fenrir and Capcan. Maybe they feel like they want to try to slow them down in this, like, attack.
Right. We've seen that they're going to keep rushing in, so who knows how this could play out. We also see an Azami play coming out, trying to attempt to, I'm guessing, block off some of those holes that they will open up. You know, can't reinforce every wall, but as many angles as you can cover up to save yourself, you know, that is what's going to benefit you in the long run.
The bandit putting down, as we can see, there is actually a thermite on the side of HutchCC. However, this Callie right here, her ability can actually destroy these bandits. So unless this bandit is ready for that, they will not do much in the way of stopping this thermite.
Yeah, I was like, we also see, you know, Ash, Dokkaebi again coming out. We also have a thermite this time. A lot of hard breaches, if you notice, and then the lion pick as well. Trying to catch them moving, trying to catch them out in the open, you know, getting people to not stand still. And unfortunate, another pick for Hutch going towards STLCC, making this a 5v4. Another one. Oh, but STLCC does respawn. We are now at a 4v3. But sadly, it does get dropped back down to a 4v2. Oh, Ash on fire. Spraying to the Tachanka and drops him, sadly, unfortunate. Now it is a 4v1, all up to the bandit. Double kill for the Tachanka.
How is that Dokkaebi still alive?
What? That is so unfortunate.
That is insane. She has to be 1 HP.
We have just seen that bandit put an entire clip into her, and somehow she is still standing.
And the Ash was so low, too.
Just, yeah. Yeah, I was like, we saw the Tachanka fire connect. She got a solid, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 seconds worth of damage. And, you know, Tachanka is a hard hitter. So that had to have easily been 60 or 70
She was probably
damage.
one shot. She was probably one shot at that point.
Easily.
If that bandit got that kill on Dokkaebi, dude.
That could have sealed the round.
Sealed the round for us.
That could have been the turning point that STLCC needs. It is currently 5-0 in the score. Second round, second match. Yeah.
It's just unlucky, man. It's just like rounds are slipping away from us. They're finding a lot of opening picks. That is something that HutchCC seems to find almost every round, is that initial one. They win their initial one, and that 5v4 in a game like this, when you're down 4 or 5 immediately, it really can put you in a rut in terms of feeling like you can win the round.
It definitely does do something to the mental, especially, you know, looking up, seeing you're in round 6, you don't have a point on the board. But that is one of the things that does make Siege very interesting. It is the same as many other games, you know, anything can happen. There is still plenty of time left, you know. If you just start figuring out your opponents, picking the right counters, 2-set operators, and, you know, anything can happen, anything can fall into play. So we have 10 seconds left of the setup, our preparation
Doesn't
phase.
see the drone, or he does?
Oh. Oh, okay.
The drone might get away though. The drone will stay there.
And it is gone. We heard it get destroyed.
The Valkyrie. Decided no messing around.
No more fun and games. We see now as STLCC attempts to finish their preparations, you know, having a little.
Maru.
Told you about
Looks
this.
like she's about to go right up into this archives window.
Uh-oh. Let's see if STLCC can prepare.
Are they ready for
this? You called it right in. We're going to see how this goes.
We're already in sight. This pulse is
Oh
completely
my goodness.
Does not hear the shots happening to his left.
2 picks immediately. Is that 3?
Down.
Oh my goodness. The Amaru
in sight is all up to the.
It's.
That's on. They go straight in.
As much. Oh, maybe a turn of events here from STLCC. Maybe we can pull something around. Oh, maybe,
It looks like they're
maybe,
grieving at this point.
maybe. Yeah, it does appear. Yeah, they are just toying with us. But anything can happen in those times. I was like, you see,
Anything can happen.
it was a 1v1. He did manage to kill one, but unfortunately, Ash and the other operator were there. Sides do switch, bans do clear, so maybe this might be a turning point for STLCC. Now that we're on attack, maybe you can get some momentum flowing.
We can find something.
Get the angles open. Now it's all about just not letting them get a good defense round.
Not giving up opening picks.
Obviously, if you're Hutch, you're looking at this. You've won game 1. You're thinking you can put away game 2, but this round will determine it. We're gonna see if Hutch can focus. Put this away and take home the second game, or if STLCC has other
They have what it takes to
decisions.
bring this back. It's one round. It starts with one round.
Right,
And this could be that round for them.
you simply have to look at games like this, monumental games when you are down and your back is really against the wall. You have to just believe, like, one round at a time. That is simply all it takes. And if you just believe in your team, believe in your abilities, just one round, then you can easily make a comeback. And one game will turn into 2, 2 can turn into 4, and look at that, the series is tied. Now you're one game away from taking home the game. So it all, it is a big teamwork aspect.
It is. And STLCC are looking kind of uncoordinated, if I will be honest. That Amaru comes in.
And there was nobody there to challenge
It
her.
didn't
And
seem like there was
Pulse-
any call-outs after that Pulse died. I mean, the
yeah.
smoke died after she went into the archives. He didn't even shoot her.
There was no call from the smoke. I feel like not saying anything, and then on top of it, I do also feel like that Pulse should have definitely been more aware. It's kind of
Amaru's
hard.
pretty loud.
Yeah, I was like, it's kind of hard to hear like I want to say probably like a 200, 150 pound operator, breaking through
Going through your window.
a
Right behind you.
coming to get you. I'm like, that's just something I'm listening for, me personally.
Right.
I'm like,
We'll hear that. But I guess the Pulse maybe playing no game sound.
I
Doesn't have a
seen,
headset.
he does have, what is it, the little heartbeat scanner, probably playing a game of Snake, trying to see if he can find anybody, but little did he know the Snake was behind him the whole time.
He's looking the wrong way.
So,
But look at this.
double
Wall Mira on the security wall.
trying to stop STLCC from coming in. It seems now their preparations are set. We see a few rotates opening up as well. 2 hatches have now been opened along with a soft wall. No fear. Wanting to see all top and bottom floors know what's going on, where STLCC is.
It's an opening pick already. And
Two
this is a
opening
5v3.
But
Traded back.
STLCC does respond. They do manage to get one, turning this into a 4v3.
You're watching these runouts. They likely found a lot of those kills on the runouts. We see a ping right there. It says likely someone STLCC saying that they ran out from that window, that break room window right there. Enemy detected outside. They're just playing aggressive. They're trying to just take these ones.
Seemed like somebody was detected outdoors, but it seems like nobody from STLCC was there to answer or to receive the pick. So, we do now have a drone. We see that Mira has been droned. We're going to see how this plays out.
Another drone.
Oh
Unfortunately,
my,
finds the
yeah.
buck on the entry, and it is now all up to this Twitch.
Oh. Oh, Twitch does down the Amaru. Mira's up top. Does also get the Mira. 2 enemies remaining.
It's a 4v2. Will he choose to fight them here, or will he go somewhere else? The other person fell down.
He has one. It's a 1v1.
It is a 1v1.
STLCC turn it around.
1v1.
VR Thief gets an incredible ace on all of Hutch's players. They push him and take a 1v1 individually, and yet
And
singly.
they all die to this Twitch, one after another
After another. They lined up perfectly. I hate to say it, like ducks in a row. And
Ducks
VR
in a
VR
row.
Thief just had a field day, took them out one by one, and successfully winning STLCC
First
that round.
Get us on the board.
Yes. So now again, this is what I was talking about earlier.
The momentum can get gained from one round. All it takes is one round to really shift the tide of the game.
That morale is now definitely boosted. STLCC can see now that this is possible, that they can do this and turn this around. I'm feeling very confident now that this was an eye-opening awakener. I feel now Hutch has their work cut out for them. Let's see if they can hold it away one more time. I was like,
I think they can.
yes. Again, if they just take it individually, one round at a time, then STLCC can make the comeback that is needed. We do see that they have a Cav. You know, they are going to have a roamer. Let's hope that that got scanned by somebody, or at least that they get called out.
We saw 2 drones. I can't imagine it didn't, but let's just hope they can find this Cav and not get an interrogation.
Yes, because we do know how deadly Cav can be, especially if she is roaming in the hands of a good player. She can easily pick a whole team of 5 apart.
She can change around completely.
Right.
So, I mean,
And it is definitely, especially with her ability, you know, the silent footsteps, it is so hard, regardless if she's using ability or not, to
you
hear
just don't
her
know where she's
footsteps.
coming from.
Exactly.
She could be anywhere, and we see her lurking down here in the customs. I doubt STLCC even knows.
Yes, because we can see bombs, of course, are on 2nd floor, but yes, Cav waiting 1st floor, 4 people in that intel.
Rooney
Oh, we
running
have an
out.
early. Oh, and a Rooney does get
Unlucky
the early
recoil
pick.
control, but the
But
pick
STLCC
back.
does respawn, yeah, so it is now tied again, 4v4. Oh, but Hutch
But
does
another kill.
does get an unfortunate kill on one.
So Rooney holding these east. Knows, as you can see, there's a red ping. We have not taken out the cam. That is basic stuff, boys.
They can see that. They know they have a ping on the STLCC player. We're gonna see, can that Aruni secure that kill?
Or can this Doke find it instead? Knows the
Oh.
Rooney's there.
We do have a drone
has
on
been
that.
opened.
Oh,
But the Denari finds the other person down below, running out break room as we heard that impact grenade.
Hutch does now. It has turned it into a 4v2, you know. But we did see literally last round that even with that tides can turn. You know, rounds can be won. And again,
That's
just like
one.
that, VR Thief has picked off another one. That is 2, turning it into a 3v2 for STLCC.
2 players in this break room right here.
Trying to hold the bombs, trying to make sure that they stay secured. No, I feel like Hutch is getting a little panicked now. They see.
Unlucky.
Very unlucky. And yeah, it is now a 1v3.
And that
that's
is
the
game
game.
2 and the match to HutchCC.
Yes, I was like, STLCC did put up a good fight in the end. You know, trying to get those kills, trying to make that comeback, but unfortunately fell just a little short. We did see that amazing play by VR Thief in the beginning.
We did the ace to bring us on the board. That was insane. But
Well,
it was not enough to close out the game.
unfortunately not. Well, stream, you know, this has been a good casting moment for yours truly. I do unfortunately have to say, you know, goodbye to my caster Hayden, and we'll be switching out, and you know, we will
We'll
hopefully
catch
do it
y'all
again.
on another game.
Yes. I was like, everybody take care. Thank you for joining us tonight, and hug your loved ones. Tell them good night.
Where do you want me to put my headset?
Yeah, you're good. All right, everybody. Thank you for showing up. Tune in tomorrow for our last stream. This has been a good run. Thank you, everybody who showed up, joined the stream, watched it. If you're interested, if you or anyone you know is interested in STLCC esports, production, gaming, joining a team, whatever it is, we would appreciate the help. Email esports@stlcc.edu. Yeah, tune in tomorrow as STLCC's T1 Valorant team goes up against Blinn Community College. We'll catch you guys in the next stream and in our last stream. Peace.